Tonight's New Patriotic Party condemns attacks on EC office, calls on police to take action as the Electoral Commission calls of yet again another attempt to conclude collation of Ablekuma North constituency. Parliamentary elections results after party supporters went on rampage, breaking glass windows at the Collation Center.
All of the windows leading to the Collation room, the louver blades have been shattered this morning by the party supporters.
This is what happens. I think EC is ready for this. That is why they've been.
You support the distraction?
Whether I support or not, this is what EC wants, and then this is what they are getting.
Well, we'll speak live with the parties plus NDC files fresh suit in court challenging results of two already declared constituencies, including Minority Chief Whip's constituency Frank and not Don President Sawem Adwejiri. We'll tell you why. There's more coming up here on Top Story, brought to you by Telecel, connecting energies and holding set-aside spray and coil. Enjoy a holy sleep. Tonight, the New Patriotic Party is condemning attacks on the Electoral Commission's Greater Accra Regional Collation Center, where this morning there was attacks on that office this morning, resulting in the suspension of the process. And supporters from the Ablekuma North constituency stormed the EC office early hours of today, shattering glass windows and breaking doors at the Collation Center, even before the collation itself began. Now, the commission was expected to bring finality to the contested outstanding 3 polling stations in the Ablekuma North constituency parliamentary elections and to declare a winner of that constituency 5 weeks after the December polls. But that didn't happen because the EC had to be compelled to call off the collation because of the attack, which led the police to close the Collation Center and declare the place a crime scene. We'll speak to the party shortly, but first, this is what happened at the Collation Center as captured by my colleague James Aveji.
This window here has been shattered by the party supporters, including doors and other glasses. This is the entrance to the collation room, and as you can see, those in front of me are taking their time to make their way there because all of the windows leading to the collation room, the louver blades, have been shattered this morning by the party supporters who have invaded the place even before the Electoral Commission officials make their way to the collation room. And so this is what happened just this morning. You would have to really be careful to make your way into the collation room because a mess has been created here by the party supporters. The louver frames in all of the windows leading to the collation center have been broken this morning by the political party supporters. And so as we speak, EC officials are yet to make their way to the collation center to even set up for the collation. The original time given for the process was exactly 8 a.m. At 2 hours after that, we are yet to see EC officials. In fact, when the thugs invaded the place, even before we arrived here at the scene, police officers were stationed around just as they have always been in the previous coalitions. What I'm told, in fact, is that the police had to withdraw from the scene, and this is what has been left behind by the party supporters. Glasses shattered everywhere. This is the room proper. You see the entrance or the door area of the room with glasses all over the place. You would need to be really careful to make your way in here so as you do not get yourself injured by the broken glasses. And so, this is what the room looks like now, 2 hours after the official time, collation time set by the Electoral Commission. The party supporters are actually massing up, more and more of them are massing up at the entrance of the Electoral Commission office.
Well, so that was, James Aveji there, painting a pictorial view of exactly what happened at the Collation Center here in the Greater Accra region, regional office of the EC today. Now, James joins me in studio with more on this particular development. James, the question a lot more people are asking is, where was the police in all of this?
Well, Brace, I mean, as I've indicated there, we haven't even got to the scene before this had happened. But what used to be the protocol is that as early morning as 7, 8 a.m., the security services, together with the police, the military, the immigration service, the last time we were there, about 5 different security service personnel were deployed to the place. And so if you get there between 7, 8, they are on a parade, getting instructions on the day and what have you. And so what I've been told was that the police were already at the place when this happened. In fact, I was told that a few of them were, so when you get to the building, the first floor is where the coalition room is. And so a few of them were at the first floor where the coalition room is before the youth came all the way from the street to the compound and then climbed up to the place. But they were outnumbered by the, this rampaging youth, so they had to withdraw. In fact, when we were just about going on air, as at 10 o'clock, one officer walked in. A colleague of mine asked him, where were they? Why did they have to run away? And then he giggled and said, well, they had a call to withdraw, and so that's why they withdraw. And so
someone called them to withdraw.
That's the exactly what he said, that they had a call to withdraw, and that's why they had to withdraw. And so they were around, but because of the numbers, they could not intervene in the situation.
Oh, quite interesting. But when was the last time this coalition was done?
This happened last week, Thursday, on the 9th of January.
So just this
that's when the last one happened. Last week or last 2 weeks on the 9th, that's when it happened, and they had to suspend because of these 3 polling stations in contention.
Do we have any idea which of the parties is involved in this attack?
So that's the first thing I tried to understand when I got there. When I asked, I had 2 conflicting stories. One, I was told that it was the NPP supporters who first made entry to the place, went on rampage, and the NDC called their youth to also come and retaliate, and that is why the NDC had to get their supporters there. Another part of the story says that it was purely the the NDC party supporters responsible for this. That's why I had to stay clear with associating this to any of the political parties. Usually they would appear in the dresses of the parliamentary candidates in the party colors. But today, interestingly, those that we met, even caught on camera, were dressed in mufti. But I had an interaction with one of the group which identified themselves as supporters of Irabna Obing of the NDC, and I put this to them. They will not accept nor deny whether they were responsible for this or not. Let's listen.
Yabaha na ekwefiye or serious. And I'm saying,
was she here herself?
No, she's here. She ran to the house, but in fact, the come out as I say, win in any win, a Rabani win. And so win be Uncle Jupiter, and a proto. Ablekuma officer of win be.
But the final decision lies with the Electoral Commission. Why don't you give them the time to sort out the rest of the 3 polling stations and do the
chapa since you to about December 7th up to now you won't be na akwanaba de bia you wait me yo.
So you are supporters of which of the parties?
NDC. Yes,
I see. I mean, who is responsible for the distraction we saw there? Is it your party members?
We can't tell. We can't tell whoever. But then we are telling the EC, it's been long overdue. From 7th December.
Why?
A month and some weeks.
Why?
It's been long overdue. You see, the tension started from the billboard issue I hope you remember the billboard issue with Irabna and then a free. Anywhere Irabna mounts her billboard, that is where this woman will also go and mount her billboard. Meanwhile, she's claiming she's been an MP before. So what happened?
I was told by someone that the distraction was caused by your party members. Is it true?
Unless we will leave the police to investigate that. You get it? The police should
But
investigate.
is it something you support to put pressure on the EC to declare?
This is what happens. I think EC is ready for this. That is why they've been.
So you support the distraction?
Whether I support or not, this is what EC wants. And then this is what they are getting. Because work has already started. MPs are working. What happens to Ablekuma North? Who is representing us? There are people there. We voted. We all voted. And then we voted for Rabna Obin. We are paying taxes. So why is EC supporting a particular candidate? Why is EC supporting the NPP candidate? Why? For what reason?
You feel they are supporting the NPP?
We don't feel. We know. We know. We have evidence. We have evidence. You see, the funny thing is, we know a KFES people, and then they have congratulated us. They have congratulated us from 10th December. They've congratulated. They know that we won the election.
But is your PC around?
No, we don't have a PC. We have an MP. Irabna Obin, Honorable Irabna Obin.
She's around? Okay. All right.
I can't really tell.
Okay.
All right, so that is, or that was where some of the youth who were seen at that scene speaking to James there. But James, eventually the EC had to call off that process. Do we know what the situation is now?
Well, I mean, as we speak, there is no party supporter there at the EC Collation Center. We had to get in touch with, in fact, none of the EC officials, either national or regional, have been able to make their way to the place from the morning of the distraction till after midday when we left the place. We had to get in touch with the EC officials at the national level who coordinated this exercise to ask what the intention is around midday. And then we were told that because the police had declared the place a crime scene, or because of the security situation of the place, we should leave the place and go back to our offices. And so that's how they had to, tell us that they have called off the process. Then we were told that there was another meeting scheduled between the political parties, the EC, and the police at the police headquarters, for which reason the NDC and the NPP, the NDC especially, I didn't meet any of the NPP executives there. The NDC executives had to also leave, withdraw the party members, put them in a bus and compel them to go back to the constituency. And then they also left to the police headquarters for that meeting.
Okay, all right. So that was, what happened at the EC's Greater Accra Regional Coalition office this morning. But let's get more into this particular development. And we've been joined on the line by Dr. Tanko Rashid Computer. He is Deputy National Director of Elections and IT of the NDC. We also have Evans Nemako, Director Research and Elections of the NPP. Let me start with you, Dr. Tanko Rashid Computer. We understand that the parties were invited to the Ghana Police Service or to the police station to deal with this matter. What was the outcome?
Well, very well. I'm told the Electoral Commission could not attend the meeting that the police invited them to. But because they created all this problem. All this mess that we are going through is caused by the Electoral Commission, and they should be called out, and so general public to condemn their behavior, because their lawless behavior has led to all this problem we are going through. Because they are aware that we have a process in court, High Court and Supreme Court. They are aware of it. Their lawyers came in for the first hearing on the matter, and yet they are defying the court processes and going ahead to just make sure that they declare an illegal person as the winner of this constituency that is causing all this problem.
Which court process? I know you say you filed a stay of execution of the ruling at the High Court, but
and an appeal as well as a statutory at the Supreme Court.
Well, but you say, because I've listened to you on the pause, and you say that the youth who caused the vandalism were protesting against what you describe as an illegality being perpetrated by the police. Does it lie within the power of these youth to do what they did?
I'm saying that the Electoral Commission post-trade, their behavior has led to all these problems. When they are in the known that we have a court process, yet they are doing everything humanly possible to declare this NPP woman as a winner of the process of the election, knowing very well that whatever they are doing is illegal. Why can't they commit themselves to the legal process so that we can have a finality to this matter?
Well, Dr. Computer, you know that if they go ahead against what the court says, you can file or charge them for contempt of court. Isn't it an option available to you that you could have used?
This Electoral Commission is a lawless one. They don't respect court orders. This is not their first time they've engaged themselves in that kind of act. That has led to all these legal matters across the country. See what is going on at Fatiakwa North and that of Ashanti region. They have about 3 processes also going on because of their behavior. And we're saying that they must understand that as soon as we are in court engaging a process like that, they must commit themselves into it.
No, I perfectly understand you, but I want to find out that is that why the youth should vandalize a property of Ghana? That the EC is going to go against a court process, which of course if they do, the court can charge them for contempt of the court. So leave the court to do their work. Why should the youth be the one destroying properties because of the EC's court illegality, as you put it?
I'm saying that all these problems that we are talking of, if you don't condemn the behavior of the Electoral Commission, how will you go about condemning the people who have come to stop an illegal activity?
I'm saying that, yes, I agree with you that the EC could probably be going against a court process. And I'm saying there is a way the court can handle the EC without breaking a glass. Why should the youth be the ones doing that?
On several occasions, we have informed them that they should stop their illegal activities. They refuse. Went ahead and declared people illegal. They are sitting in parliament. Should we allow them to continue that illegality, continue declaring illegal people into the house? So that after that, you now tell me I should not go to court and be charging them for contempt and all that kind of thing. Do we allow them? They did that for 3 constituencies. If not because we wanted the smooth transition and all that, do you think we would have allowed that kind of thing to happen? But we allowed them. Now we are taking legal process. We are following that legal process to make sure that the wrong and that illegality perpetrated on the good people of these 4 constituencies, Tema Centra, Okaikwe Centra, Techima South, and Ablekuma North.
But I mean, you say legal means, and I like it when you say legal means. But today, the youth you are supporting didn't go, didn't use the legal means. They went on their own to prevent a process, and in the process, vandalize the government of Ghana property. Why should that be the case?
Much as we are looking at this as an unfortunate situation, I am saying that the causal problem of all this is the Electoral Commission. That's where the problem is coming from. Because if they hadn't engaged themselves in this kind of activities, behavior, we wouldn't be where we are. They wouldn't listen. They don't listen to white counsel. And yet this is the problem we are having.
I mean, like I've said, I agree that you are saying legal process, which of course has to be the case because we are governed by the rule of law. But when your party supporters go to a coalition center to destroy these properties because, in your words, they are preventing an illegality, that's wrong, and you need to condemn it. You don't think so?
I am saying that the condemnation should be placed at the doorstep of the Electoral Commission.
Okay.
Why would they go and continue to respect the legal process that we are embarking on? The litigation, we are litigating the matter in court with them. They are aware. Why are they defying it? And continue this path so that they will declare an illegal person. Then you not tell me I should not go to court to fight all these things. Why can't we stop it at the process? Why can't they respect the court process? That is my beef with them.
Okay. Let me bring in Evans Sinemaku, who is Director of Research and Elections of the NPP. Evans, grateful for joining us here. Now, I mean, this is getting out of hand when each time there has to be these kind of issues being brought up against the EC by the youth. What should the EC itself do? You are a party to this. If there's a court process, shouldn't the EC allow the court process to get completed, and then they can do what the court says they should?
Well, thank you very much for having me. Good evening to your listeners. I think the same electoral commissioner that has been irresponsible is the one who declared Dominic Kwabenya for NDC, the same electoral commission. So if NDC think that they're on the right course, and the EC is not obliging the court orders, they should go back to the court, as you said, rightfully so. I mean, the issues are simple. The level of irresponsibility coming from the NDC is so much. And today, your colleague media practitioners should be able to tell you, New Patriotic Party, we had invitation from the EC to come over for a finality to be placed on Ablekuma North parliamentary results. My brother, it didn't take New Patriotic Party too much of a problem to say presidential, we don't have it. When you look at all the polling station results, 281, it is clear from all the results that the NPP sponsored candidate, Ekefie, has more votes than the NDC sponsored candidate. And anytime the EC has called for us to get this resolved, the problem is coming from NDC. As far back as 4th of this month, the court directed that Ablekuma North, Okaikwe Central, Tema Central, Techima South, the EC should go ahead and conduct collation exercise to complete and declare a winner. NDC is aware that they've lost the Ablekuma North parliamentary elections. They are aware. And so if today Rashid Tanko is speaking this way, I can understand. But the fact of the matter is that they don't have the numbers to have won the parliamentary results. And they know. Find out from your colleagues, those who attacked the EC properties at the Regional Collation Center. New Patriotic Party, we left the place because we saw what the NDC were about to do. Unfortunately, the police presence were so insignificant and they couldn't protect and ensure that properties of the state were kept intact.
So you were
unfortunate.
You were there yourself?
Very unfortunate.
Were you there yourself?
I was there, and when I got there, I spoke to a military officer and mentioned to him that I'm not seeing the usual security presence. And when I heard the attack in there, I asked our party people and the parliamentary candidates to leave the scene. So we left. We did not even get to the collation room. So nobody, but strangely and interestingly, I heard the NDC constituency organizer granting interview to TV3 that it was an attack between NPP supporters and NDC supporters. Neither here nor there. My brother, the president of Ghana, His Excellency Mr. John Dramani Mahama, is a vandal. On his investiture, he said we should let the truth reign, because for us as vandals, we said the truth stands. So it's always the truth. In the face of the truth, nothing else can stand. Tanko was not there, he wouldn't understand, but I can assure you that all these happenings, those boys have the support of the NDC leadership. If not, we will not be going through this.
Well,
we are left with 3 polling stations out of the 281. It is clear that Honorable Efiefie is the MP elect for Ablekuma North, and not the NDC candidate.
The AC will tell us that when they finish the coalition. But
please, you the media, you also help us.
The NDC,
on the day of the election,
but
the elections, the media was everywhere in all the 281 polling stations in the constituency. The media and security agencies were everywhere, and you should be bold to name and shape. I'm surprised that today your reporter James is not bold enough to say that it wasn't NPP supporters.
But the NDC says we have a process in court. You are a party to this whole process.
Are you a
I'm not a party, but I'm only asking.
What Tanko is saying?
But in the interest of the peace and stability we enjoy.
What did the court tell the NDC, the EC, and the police on the 4th of January? What was the pronouncement of the court? Why don't you pursue that?
Say they filed a stay of execution against that process.
You seen it? Have you seen any processes? Is there any processes before you? I mean, I don't think we should give too much attention of these. I mean, the court has been clear. Go and declare results in these constituencies based on the collation you would have done. 3 of them have been done. Nothing has happened. Why are we going through this in Ablekuma?
So we've had
that it's not the same electoral commission that declared Dominic Kwabenya for the NDC.
I get it. Now we've been on this. We've been on this for quite some time. How do we resolve it going forward?
It doesn't lie in the map of any individual. It's the rule of law.
And so we should. The EC should do what it wants to do because the
what the EC has been directed by the court is what they must comply.
Okay. All right. So that's it. But what we are expecting the EC to collate this. Will you, from what has happened, will you avail yourself again when you are called upon to come for the coalition?
Anytime invited by the EC, you honor the invitation.
Okay, all right. I don't know if you were able to go to the police station. Tanko says the EC could not come. I don't know the charge you've given the police to try and resolve this matter.
Tanko was not there. I was there.
Okay.
I joined our parliamentary candidates and other regional officers to go to the police headquarters upon the invitation by the National Election Security Task Force. And I will only plead with the police and the electoral commission that the directives given by the court must be followed. And the media must be bold and firm to name and shame so that our democracy will continue to grow. I think we've gone through a very beautiful exercise of an election through the 40,648 polling stations plus the 328 special voting centers. Why is it that post-elections we are having these challenges?
Okay.
And where is it coming from? And in all these places that elections were conducted, were media presence and security officers presence. And we are not now able to say that this problem is being caused by this stakeholder. So strange and interesting.
Okay. I'm grateful to you, Evans Nimako, for joining us here. We've tried to speak to the Electoral Commission, but we've not been successful. They are yet to speak on the development. But tomorrow on Newsfile, they're looking at a very interesting topic: ministerial vetting, public tribunals, and oral questioned or justified anti-gay bill dead. These are the things that they will be looking at. But we have Tanko back on the line. Tanko, so how do we resolve this? The NPP says the AC should go ahead to do what the court says it should. What's your opinion? What should we do?
We have to commit ourselves to the legal process. That is the surest way to resolve this matter. They must respect the process. They must know that so long as we have filed this stay execution on the orders of the High Court, they have no business to go into that matter. They must follow up for the appeal, and then the Supreme Court that we are appear on the 23rd of this month. Run away from all this.
Have you filed that stay of execution on the EC?
Yes, they are aware. Don't record the last time. In fact, the NPP should. They're looking for them to serve. The judge could not move the matter because handle the matter. Because
okay.
The bailiff could not get the NPP candidates to serve. Why are they running away from it? Why are they running away from service? The four of them.
Tanko Computer, I'm grateful to you for joining us here. He is Deputy National Director of Elections and IT of the NDC. And I said earlier, tomorrow, 18 January, join Samson Ladi Ayanini and his guest on Newsfile as they look at the ministerial vetting, public tribunals, and oral questioned or justified, and also the anti-gay bill. They're asking the question whether the anti-gay bill is dead. You have Samuel Muslim being there, Professor Kwame Jan Esquire will be there, Samuel Atachia will also be there, Rindo of Chimesi Ankara, and Vera Abina Adu will all be on the panel. So join them on Joy News at 8 a.m. to 12 noon. My name is Samuel Brace. This has been Top Story brought to you by Telecel Connecting Energies and Holy Insecticide Spray and Coil. Enjoy a holy sleep. Up next is Ghana Connect with Kweku Asante.